Okay guys, today we are looking at the Galaxy Book Flex 2 and the Tab S7 Plus. We're looking at performance when taking notes, and we're doing this in complete isolation. What does it mean? It means that we do not look at any other capabilities of those devices. During our test, we really made some crucial discoveries and findings we want to share with you, but this could also be the final straw in your process, in your decision-making process for either devices here. So when you look at the available canvas, when you look at the devices for itself, they're pretty similar, and that's one of the reasons why I have chosen the Tab S7 Plus. But the first thing you will notice, it is a different display technology, and more importantly, will this have an influence? Will this have an impact on the writing experience? And the first thing you will notice is the viewing angle on the Galaxy Book Flex 2 is just not as good as on the Tab S7 Plus. And you may ask yourself, you look from the side here and you may ask yourself, why do I care? Why should I care? Well, we'll see about this later, and then you're gonna make this judgment call, right? So look, in terms of comfort, it is obvious that the Galaxy Book Flex 2 is more comfortable on your lap, hence it is called a laptop, right? So it is bulky though, the 13-inch version. Even this 13-inch version is kind of bulky, and you will see that later on when we do all our tests. So let's get practical. What is it like when taking notes for both devices? We'll put them on a flat surface like a table. Let's get into this. As for the Galaxy Book Flex 2, you have this wider space available when taking notes, and you can put your hands on or you rest your palms on it. It's kind of more space to do that. But the downside is it is kind of solid. And now actually thinking about it, is it really a downside? What I'm trying to say is, despite the name Flex, it is really not as flexible, because the screen, once you flip it, you fold it the way it's supposed to go when you take notes, it will just stay like that. There is no room for negotiation. Whereby on the Tab S7 Plus, it is kind of different. You have this suspension going on. It is kind of gentle going up and down when you take your notes, but you need the cover for that, because what it does is basically folding out here, as you can see. And when you put it down, let me just remove this keyboard cover. And when you take notes, right, it is kind of a suspension, and it makes it a bit more comfortable when taking notes for a longer period of time. If you are planning to take one of these devices on the go, I mean, literally on a go, then be prepared. And because the Galaxy Book Flex 2 becomes more cumbersome when you use it like this, it is obviously heavy. It is heavy as we discussed, but I feel like I'm triggering all kinds of commands when I take notes like this. It's just not as fluid as I would like to. There's just like windows popping up. Although the keyboard here folded away on the bottom, it kind of feels weird to have this here, but it is not active. So that's a good part about this. And it does feel weird, but I suppose for the occasional note on the go, I mean, that will do, right? Yep, you guessed it, the Tab S7 Plus is obviously more comfortable when taking notes, whether it is on the go or not. And guys, I get it. You're probably typing already. Jens, you cannot compare those two devices, and yeah, to a point, I get that. But here's the but. Hear me out. If I wouldn't do this, then we would never know the upcoming findings, which kind of turns things upside down. Starting with Samsung Notes, and you can see it's a bit of a different layout for both devices. When you look at the Galaxy Book Flex 2, you have the menu on the right hand side, whereby on the Tab S7 Plus, you have it on the top. And they kind of little differences like the toggle switch between keyboard and pen input, that's different, but you'll figure that out. It's just a bit of a redesign for each device. But more importantly, what is it like to take notes with Samsung Notes on those devices? And what I can say, it really depends. So check this out. The second I started writing on a Galaxy Book Flex 2 in Samsung Notes, I could really tell an input delay, S Pen input delay with my naked eye. It was, I want to say, almost to a point where it was distracting. And I kind of think, well, you know what, for a $2,000 device, it's kind of not what I want to see, but there's light at the end of a tunnel, and we switched applications, and again, things are going to turn around. However, all of this changes when you go to the Tab S7 Plus, or as a matter of fact, to the Tab S7. Both have the same latency after all the updates, right? We now have One UI 3.1 running on both devices. However, latency in Samsung Notes is really, well, not visible to me, to my untrained naked eye, and it feels like it is really designed for this device to take notes. It feels just amazing. Oh boy, things are going to change. Sit tight. Microsoft Whiteboard. I am unable to download this on the Tab 7 Plus, but I want to use it. I want to see how it works on the Galaxy Book Flex 2 because it is kind of a, well, not kind of, it is a Microsoft/Windows native application. And check this out. Look at this. It is working so much better. There is hardly any input delay. Well, it is, well, you can still see it, but it is better than working with Samsung Notes. Still some delay, not visible as before. It is a good experience. So what's happening here? I don't know, but what I do know is it does get better from here onwards, and I actually think I am on to something here. After this positive experience with the Microsoft Whiteboard, my next logical step, well, for me, in my mind, is using Microsoft OneNote, right? You can use this on any device, and that's the beauty of it. And the results, the upcoming results are really unexpected to say the least. To cut it short, using Microsoft OneNote on the Galaxy Book Flex 2 works incredibly well. It works so well that I would actually recommend this application over Samsung Note on this device in a heartbeat, and I never thought I would say this. Look at this. There is no visible input delay when you take notes with the Galaxy Book Flex and Microsoft OneNote. It is pretty much on par with the Tab 7 Plus when the Tab 7 Plus was using Samsung Notes. I really want to say this is part of Microsoft's optimization for all the applications they are developing, but I can't because the Surface Book 3 doesn't work as well with the Microsoft OneNote, not as well as the Galaxy Book Flex 2 as you've just seen here. And I know we have an incredibly smart audience out there, so if you know what's going on, please let me know in the comments below. And there's a slight other surprise coming in here. When you look at the performance for the Tab 7 Plus and Microsoft OneNote, it's not performing as well as the Galaxy Book Flex 2. That means I am super confused now. I mean, this is a slight difference here, but totally confused. I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't take much to confuse me. So there's that. So what about drawing? We didn't touch on it yet. Full disclosure, I am not an artist, but I want to give you that short overview using PenUp. And using that application, I can tell a difference already. Easily, very easily. The Tab 7 Plus performs so much better when it comes to that particular application when drawing. It's like you put your pen down and you draw and you start drawing a line and the line is there. You can tell a difference, a massive difference again between both devices here. I also like the simplistic layout when it comes to the PenUp application on the Tab 7 Plus, but that is just a personal preference. I guess this is a full desktop version here and this is like a mobile version. So, and I mean, this is like something you have to decide. What I can tell you though is that the input delay is different. The Tab 7 Plus performs so much better when it comes to PenUp. But when it comes to taking notes in Microsoft OneNote, the Galaxy Book Flex 2 takes the lead, and I am super surprised here. And when I was doing some tests last night for the PenUp application with drawing tests for you guys here, look at the viewing angle. You have to look at this viewing angle, and I switched it around. It almost looks yellow on the Galaxy Book Flex 2, and that is basically the QLED, which is a fancy way of saying this is an LCD screen versus the AMOLED screen on the Tab 7 Plus. It is kind of yellow versus white when you look at it from an angle, not from above, then both are white. And just to sum it up here, if you are looking for a portable, comfortable note-taking device with good power and good connectivity, a really nice display, it's really a no-brainer to go for the Tab 7 Plus. However, if you are a developer, you will most likely need the Galaxy Book Flex 2, or you want more power, more juice in a machine, then this is probably the better choice for you when you take notes sometimes. Or hear me out, if money is no object, I mean it is object to many of us, but if it isn't, then I would choose both devices because this is my personal dream combination. You have your Galaxy Book Flex 2 during the daytime, you have heavy workloads on here, and then you can relax with your Tab 7 Plus or Tab 7, do some note-taking or some entertainment. You can even do some light video editing on the go. So this is a perfect combination, especially with the Samsung ecosystem. Let me know in the comments below which one you would choose. And first and foremost, stay safe. Thank you for watching. Peace out.